Hi, Tom.
Hi, Linda.
I need to pick your classical musician brain.
Go for it.
I'm going to the Hollywood Bowl on Tuesday, and they have a classical music concert. Can you go over the program with me?
Love to. It's an all-Russian program, and be conducted by Gustavo Dudamel, or the Dude, as the musicians call him.
Dude.
They call him the Dude. Starting with Alexander Borodin's Polivetzian Dances from his only opera, Prince Igor. It was written in 1877. And the Polivetzian Dances are really, really good for people who are not accustomed to classical music because the themes are very simple and they repeat over and over again with different settings.
What's the theme?
The theme is a melody. And one of the melodies is well known because it was used in the musical theater production Kismet.
How's it go?
Come with me and I'll take you to paradise. Of course, it's not those words because it's in Russian and doesn't have anything to do with the Polivetzians. But still, so it's really good because all these themes repeat with different orchestrations. And orchestration is when a composer will take a melody or different themes and assign them to different instruments and getting different effects for each time.
That's cool. What's the second one?
Second one is Sergei Prokofiev's Piano Concerto No. 3. And in this concert, it'll be played by Lang Lang, who's a 28-year-old phenom from China. And he's so popular, a lot of Chinese children have taken up the piano. They call it the Lang Lang effect, so that's kind of fun. It's in 3 movements and is a wonderfully sardonic, sarcastic, has lots of obnoxious themes in it, but it's very funny, and it's a lot of fun to play. And was used in the film The Competition, if anybody remembers that from the 80s. 3 movements, don't applaud between the movements. A movement is sort of like the chapter of a book.
Is that when it gets quiet?
Yeah.
And a few people applaud and people give them dirty looks?
That's exactly it.
Do the musicians get mad if you applaud between movements?
I think the conductors get more upset than the musicians do.
Okay.
And most soloists don't mind too much either. But it's good. It's good to wait till the very end because you can kind of hear the whole set.
And how will we know it's the end?
It's extremely loud and huge, and you'll see the conductor drop his hands. So when you see that, and when the pianist does this big flourish, you'll believe me, you'll know when it's over.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What's the third one?
Third one is Mussorgsky's Pictures at an Exhibition, which is a really fun piece, written originally as a piece for piano in 1874 by Mussorgsky, and about 50 years later, another composer, Maurice Ravel, reorchestrated it for orchestra, which means that he took all of the notes that are originally in the piano part and assigned them to different instruments. And by doing that, he was able to capture the feel of the music really even better than Mussorgsky himself had done. And it's supposed to describe going through an art gallery and what it's like to go from one painting to another. So there are complete pieces, and I believe there are 12 of them all together. And each piece is separate, and each one describes a different picture. So this is a really good one to have the program in front of you to take a look at the titles of the paintings, because the music reflects what the painting is supposed to be about. Now,
So is each movement a painting?
Each movement's a painting, except for the ones in between. And in between each of the paintings, he puts in what he calls a promenade. And that's supposed to be you walking into the gallery and walking between the paintings. And the theme for that sort of famous one is bum 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 ba da dum ba da dum bum 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 bum. And what's fun, and this is what to listen for, is that just like your own experiences in an art gallery, as you go from painting to painting, you start getting tired. And so the promenades get slower and slower, and they start getting more and more halting as you get more tired going between the paintings.
Have you ever played this piece?
I've played this piece dozens and dozens and dozens of times.
Is it fun to play?
It's a lot of fun, and you'll even see at the end of some of the movements, you'll look at the musicians and they'll sometimes look at each other and smirk.
Why are they smirking?
Because they really love playing it.
Great. Thanks, Tom.
You're welcome.